Welcome to the first episode of the British University of Bahrain's podcast. Why did you choose to join us?
Had changed me in so many different aspects.
I really like that. I feel like BUB always gives us opportunities to
Now that we all know that your card works, we expect to see you at the BUB lounge
Inshallah.
playing chords.
But BUB came up. So I ended up ranking it as my first choice.
You might get a degree, but the person that you become is something completely different.
100%. I totally agree with you.
Hello, welcome to the first episode of the British University of Bahrain's podcast. With me today is Maryam, one of our recent graduates who just graduated.
Thank you, Professor Khaloud.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Just call me Khaloud today. How's it going?
It's all good.
How was the graduation?
Very memorable.
Yeah? Nice. When did you fly back?
Back in July.
Nice. Okay, so fresh.
Yeah.
And I'm Khaloud Nasif. I am the program leader for interior design at BUB. And with us today is Saja. We are so delighted to have you here with us today. I know that you've graduated from BUB in 2022, but here we are reconnecting and getting to know you a little bit better and just to see what you've been doing since then. So, hi, how's it going?
Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope everything is well. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Saja Salah. I am currently working at the National Bank of Bahrain, where I'm a money transfer specialist. I'm also proudly a BUB graduate. So being invited back today to share a bit about my experience is something I am genuinely happy about. I studied accounting and finance. And my time at BUB played a really important role in shaping both my academic and professional journey. After graduating, I started building my career in banking, and today I am fortunate to be working at NBB and continuing to learn and grow in the industry. So I'm really looking forward to sharing a bit about my journey from being a student at BUB to entering the workforce.
So you used to be a student with us at BUB, right?
Yes.
So we will go back to BUB soon. But before we speak about your time at BUB, I want to go even further back to when you first joined BUB. Why did you choose to join us?
So after graduating high school as the top student at my school and ranking fourth in Bahrain overall, I received a list of university options through the scholarship program. And BUB was one of the choices. But BUB had just opened in 2018, so I did not even know that a British university existed in Bahrain. So I looked into BUB and learned more about it. And I've always wanted to study in the UK, and I was actually nearly done with my application to a university there. But BUB came up. So I ended up ranking it as my first choice, and alhamdulillah, I got in. So this makes me a part of BUB's very first batch of students that joined BUB. And that itself, it makes it very special to being there from the very beginning and being a part of its early journey. So yeah, that's what made me choose BUB.
Nice.
As someone who has just graduated from BUB, I'm curious to know, do you have a particular favorite memory at BUB which still makes you smile?
Every day at BUB became a memory. I got involved as much as I could be involved in attending events, organizing them, and just be a part of the community. And just simply hanging out in the student lounge itself was a memory. And I remember those days and I smile all the time. I loved BUB. I still do. I love BUB. And everyone who knows me at the time, they know how much I loved spending time at BUB. I was spending the whole day there. I did not want to go home. I loved hanging out, talking with my colleagues, my friends, who I still am talking to. And we all became together and a part of each other's journey throughout those 4 years. So that itself made every day special, and even the simplest moments make me smile. So yeah.
I agree. BUB really felt like home.
Well, looking back at your academic journey, we're going to focus a little bit on that. What part of your studies had the biggest influence on the way that you work or the way that you think today?
Studying accounting and finance itself taught me discipline and attention to detail. But the bigger influence, I would say that it taught me how to approach problems logically. Because in accounting and finance, you don't just look at the final answer. You understand the process and how you got there. So that mindset has stayed with me professionally. So at work now, I understand the situation properly before jumping to a conclusion. So I guess it taught me how to be analytical, responsible, and comfortable with solving problems.
So, Saja, you've mentioned that you were involved in a lot of activities outside of the classroom. So I just want to know a little bit about that. What did you get involved in, and how did that shape you? And maybe you as a recent graduate, that you just finished university right now, you were also very active and very involved.
Yeah.
So I'd like to also see if you two can relate to the same experiences. So how was it?
So I was trying all my best to get involved in pretty much everything, literally, either as an attendee or as an organizer or just simply being there. It's very nice to be there, and that made me know how to handle different type of people, different type of personalities, and that itself, it added up to me now, right now, professionally at work, that I'm dealing with older people, so I know how to handle the situation because I'm familiar with all type of personalities. So that itself made me engage and interact with people and made me more confident, I would say.
I definitely agree with that. I feel like the way that we work at BUB, it's that we're all a team, and then you have to collaborate with all kinds of people. And not only does it teach you how to lead in many situations, but it teaches you the value of teamwork, which a lot of people underestimate. But at the workforce, you're going to have to work as a team.
Yeah. I totally agree. But what makes me a little bit, my experience was a little bit different from you, is that I was the first batch. So we were creating traditions that you guys maybe are following till now.
Yeah.
So that itself, it was something memorable, and I love it, honestly.
It's amazing to see that the legacy that you've created still continues.
Exactly, yeah.
Even for us as the faculty, what we try to do is to ensure that our students are involved as much as possible. They become more well-rounded, and the soft skills that they pick up through this community engagement and all the activities, it's uncomparable. You might get a degree, but the person that you become is something completely different.
100%. I totally agree with you.
So was there a specific experience at BUB that helped you discover a new skill or an ability that you did not know you possessed?
There are, when now you're asking me, there is not a particular thing or a specific thing that I would mention. But now that I'm looking back, the total of 4 years had changed me in so many different aspects in life. Right now, I can deal with different situations that I never thought I would be capable, whether they are problems or even the good ones.
Very proud, honestly. Well done.
I definitely agree with that. I think one thing that I also relate to that is that it helps you adapt under pressure and know how to handle any situation that you're given under such a short period of time. And BUB truly puts that trust in us, and they know that we're capable.
True.
Yeah. Another thing that I find interesting as well is, and because we're teaching you, so when our students have a lot of deadlines that are very close to one another, that's when you see the strengths emerging, because students have, have probably never experienced that growing up, where they were more, let's say, protected. But at the British University, we're preparing you to the real world, where you need to manage your own time, be your own driver, and find the discipline from within.
Yeah.
So time management, asking for help when you need it, because we're always there to help our students, but we need them to also build up the confidence and the courage to say, by the way, I know that you're an expert in this. Can I ask you a question? And they would feel comfortable enough to approach us, and we'll be there to assist them. And that's what I guess you've probably been experiencing in your career. You've been in the workforce for 4 years now. Yeah. So obviously from the first couple of months until where you are today, you've realized how that soft skills and the courage to just be fine with not knowing what you're doing and learning about it.
Exactly.
It's just going to help you move forward.
Exactly.
So is there a specific person or is there a specific thing that influenced you at BUB and why?
I would say Mr. Ron Howard. He was my lecturer for 3 years while I was majoring in accounting and finance. So definitely he had a meaningful impact on my journey. And he was also funny, so he made the classes enjoyable. He used to call me Sarge because he says that I give this, because he says that my personality is close to a sergeant. So he used to call me Sarge. But in general, everyone I met at BUB had something to teach me. Some taught me academically, some taught me through their experiences, and some simply just, they were there, you know? So in general, I'm grateful for each and everyone that came along my way in my 4 years journey. And yeah.
Saja, we're here today to hear about all your accomplishments and everything that you've done since you were a student with us at BUB until today. But if we were to try to identify, if you were to look at yourself and think, this is one thing that completely changed in you from the moment you joined BUB until today, what would you say it would be?
I would definitely say my confidence, because over the years there, with attending the events, organizing them, and so on, all of these made my confidence even more. I'm not saying that I was not confident. No, I was. But when I look back, even after graduating till today, my confidence each day is getting even much more better. When I'm the president of the student council, I have to talk to other students, listen to them, approach staff and faculty and tell them what I heard. So that itself, it gives you courage and confidence to, oh, I'm going to go and talk to this person and that person and tell them what happened or what do we want. As a student, we all have wants and needs, whether fun ones or academic ones. So that definitely was one of the biggest changes, which was my confidence.
Speaking of confidence, I know that stepping into the professional world can be quite intimidating. So what helped you make that transition confidently?
Being in the professional world is not easy. Every day you're facing new situations, new responsibilities, new people, and new things to understand. So when all of those, I saw them, I said, why am I seeing it as an intimidation? I'm gonna look at it as an opportunity. And that's what I did. At the beginning, it was very overwhelming. That's new people, new place, I don't know anyone. But day by day, situation by situation, with each and every responsibility, I saw the opportunity and I was like, no, I'm gonna make the best out of it. This situation, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna understand how did we come to an conclusion or a result. New people, I'm gonna learn how I'm gonna handle each and every person, because in a workplace is completely different from university life. Actually, I captioned my graduation post in Instagram, completed my college journey, and graduated to the real life, because this is actually what it is. So this is how I changed the intimidation to an opportunity.
That's definitely valuable advice. And what other tip would you give to fresh graduates who are trying to figure out their first step after graduating?
Ask people, learn from their experiences, benefit from them. Don't limit yourself. Always, when I started working, I realized very quickly that every day is a learning curve, especially at NBB. It is every day a learning curve. So I would say when there is something new comes up, ask. Ask questions, because questions will give you the confidence to know the answer first. And then if you face something similar, even in your general life, not necessarily at work, you know how you're gonna face it, how you make it an opportunity, let's say. So I'm gonna say ask, learn, do not limit yourself and stop and say, oh, finally I finished uni, I'm not gonna study anymore. No, even normal studies, there are courses, there are masters, go and learn. And you're gonna see how your life is gonna change as a first step going. Don't say, oh, I'm expected to know everything. No, you're not expected to know everything. When I went there, this is the first thing actually, that mindset that I had, that I understand that I'm not expected to know everything. I'm gonna go, they're gonna teach me, and eventually maybe I'm gonna master it. I don't know. But yeah.
It's a curious mindset and being open
Yes,
to learning.
exactly.
Always.
Yes, correct.
I'm glad to hear about all the courage that you've built together in yourself that has pushed you forward in your first few years in NBB, and now that you've completed 4 years.
4 years, yeah.
I just want to ask you, what has been the biggest lesson that your career has taught you so far?
I would say that learning never stops. Really, with every problem that you're facing, you're gonna learn how to solve it. You're gonna be maybe you're gonna solve a problem that you've never encountered before. So if you now encountered it and faced it, in the future you're gonna know how to fix this problem, or maybe a similar problem, or know how to handle and reach to the solvation that you need. So this what taught me every day in NBB as a new day to learn, and always we are willing to learn. We want to know more how this works. We work with so many different systems, so it's a bit in our everyday work we are a little pressured that we have so many different systems. We have cut-off times. So with all of that, you're going to learn eventually that with each and every minute you're learning something. You are even learning yourself, how you can manage, how you can organize yourself throughout the day and get the day done. So yeah.
I've heard a lot about your experience and how well you've been handling it so far, but is there a moment where you remember you first felt that you've made progress in your career?
I would say it was a gradual thing. I have had so many achievements in NBB throughout my time. But when did I notice that I progressed is when I looked back. Because the mini achievements, the small achievements that you do day by day, you achieve day by day, this is where you're gonna realize after maybe few months, maybe even a year or two, you're gonna realize I did progress. I was not just standing still, I did not move. No, you did, whether personally and professionally. So
That's amazing. Because I think as a student as well, when you look back at everything that you've been learning and you think, oh, I'm learning this again, something new today. But then when you look back and you see the accumulation of all the skills
exactly,
and the knowledge,
the small improvements.
and then you see them put together.
Exactly.
And being consistent and showing up itself, like over time you realize it, but it doesn't have to be sudden.
Exactly.
Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you now as a professional. because you've been there for a while. But then you also see interns that are still in the university that join NBB and spend some time there. So how do you feel when you see an intern that comes from BUB into NBB?
It's honestly very special. I feel very proud seeing a BUB graduate being an intern or even joining the Evolve program. I feel like I belong. And I say that I was you one day. So it's something very special, and I always try to interact with them and talk to them, and because we know each other, you know. I know you, you know me, even if we did not meet. So yeah, I try to talk to them and tell them about my experience, how university life is different than the professional life. But yeah, in general, I feel very, very proud and happy that I see a BUB graduate in NBB.
It's amazing that that legacy continues with the students and with the graduates, even when they meet each other in the workplace. It becomes a community when you're in BUB and also outside
Exactly.
of BUB. What we try to encourage our students to do now is even in between their years, so during summer break or whenever they've got some time, for them to engage in internships, because that really helps them in also breaking the barriers of discomfort that they could feel when they join the workforce or join industry by the time they graduate. It really helps them in building that confidence. I know that you've done a lot of visits to courthouses and moot rooms
yeah,
and
we've
things
constantly
like that.
had that. And then one thing that is like really nice, it's that they're very consistent with these things. So the students that are before me, when I want to give them advice, like it's almost like everything is it's repeated in order for us to have that full experience.
I was actually gonna say that I would like to thank BUB that they actually give us a lot of opportunities to visit such places and see and give us opportunities to attend an event or something related to the professional life. So that's itself is something very nice and special, and not everyone gets that.
It really helps also for you to apply what you learn outside the classroom. Personally, we've had, as you mentioned, the courthouse visits, and not only were they extremely fun, but it was definitely like a true learning experience for us.
It's part of our mission to also break down the barriers between universities and industry. It's very important for our students to know what industry they're going to be joining in the future, for them to also feel less intimidated when they interact with people from industry and build that confidence and courage to approach and to network and to get to know what do they do and how do they run things day to day, because then it just becomes so human, it becomes so approachable, which is great.
So there's one thing that everyone agrees on: university years fly within the blink of an eye, and I can definitely see that as a fresh graduate. So let's say you have the chance to go back in time to experience BUB again. Is there something that you would do differently?
Honestly, no. I loved everything I've done in BUB. I don't regret anything,
And you experienced it fully.
fully.
Everything, yeah.
I would not change anything. No, maybe Corona, because
That's sad.
because Corona, till the end of my journey in uni, للأسف.
Oh, it stole some of your experience?
Sorry.
Did it steal like some moments and some experiences?
Of course, because university is supposed to be a social and interactive experience. And unfortunately, that did not happen. But BUB really made sure that we stayed connected, and they did the blended classes. So we still got to experience the uni life, and I was very grateful, and I was going every day just to be there and not miss it as much, of not going at all. But yeah, Corona ruined little bit of my journey, but in general, BUB made sure that the continuity of studying and how smoothly it goes, they made really sure of that. And I'm so grateful for them, and the procedures, how they amended the corona procedures, just for us to attend uni and be there and experience the life, even with some procedures and precautions.
Definitely, student safety is our priority,
Yeah.
and definitely well-being while you're students as well. So being connected and just communicating with one another also helps in that. Just checking in, making sure that everyone's doing well, regardless of the adversity that they're going through. So I'm glad that you also felt that. But now that you've graduated, and you still talk about their time in BUB and how you relate to someone who has been in BUB, even if your paths did not cross within the limits of the university. But what does being part of the BUB family mean to you today?
I always say that BUB is my second home. Until today it is. I always have this feeling of belonging, because I know if I went back to BUB campus or calling anyone of the staff there or even my colleagues, I know they would be there.
They're available always.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even after 4 years, still I have connection with some of them, and I know that we're gonna always be a family. And even the new generation that are in BUB or even graduated like Mariam, still we have this connection that we are BUB students.
It's relating to each other, being joined by this like just loyalty to BUB.
Exactly. So that itself, I'm still a part of BUB, and BUB is still as a place that I feel very comfortable in with the people or even going to the campus. So
Our doors are always open, even when you've left.
my access card actually still works. And this is a promise that we made the staff there make with us, that they do not remove the access from our cards, and we always can go. And I tried it like a few months back. I tried.
It's nice to go back.
Yeah, it is very nice.
Should always stop by for a visit and say hello.
Inshallah.
I'll do that as well. So now that you're an alumni, do you feel like your relationship with BUB has changed from when you were a student?
It definitely changed, but in a very nice way. BUB used to give me, but now it's not about what BUB gives me. It's about me, what I'm giving to the community and to BUB. Just like now, being invited back and talking about BUB is something I'm very happy about. And that makes me feel very proud that I can give to the community something. BUB, 4 years, it provided me a second home. So why not just give a little bit back? No matter what I do, no matter where I go, BUB will always be my second home, and I will always feel this connection with BUB, and I will always give what I can to BUB, whether coming out, talking about my experience there, or just talking about BUB. I would say anything about BUB.
And I think you've shown to be a true BUB ambassador through, representing it at the workplace and through your achievements as well.
Thank you.
Now I see why Ron calls you Sarge. But looking back at your journey, is there something that you wish that you understood earlier or sooner? It's a tough question.
Yeah.
Because sometimes life is just about understanding the meaning of something, or the point of this assignment, or that there's a deeper lesson embedded behind something. So do you think
I would say that I learned to give myself time. University or the 4 years journey is not just about passing exams, attending lectures. It's about you. It's about you having fun while you are passing your exams and attending lectures. As a top student, I know this feeling that I'm always studying and not having much time at school. Because I was studying, I wanted to be the top. I wanted to not lose being the first on my batch. So that in university, I made a promise to myself to enjoy my life there with everything, with the funny classes, enjoyable classes, with my colleagues that we talk and joke around. And I did that. And I'm very proud of myself that I did that. So alhamdulillah, yeah, my 4 years in university were the best 4 years of my life.
I'm glad you say that.
That's very inspiring also for any overachiever out there who thinks that life is just about the grades or what's on the paper.
Exactly.
But the emotional well-being aspect is very important as well. When you feel like you're part of the community, you automatically want to be on top of your studies, and you want to make sure that that is done so that you've got time to actually get involved with everything that's happening around. And it just makes you a better planner in a way, and you manage your time better. And then you also manage your relationships with your studies, with your friends, with your lecturers, with the university.
And it becomes a lot less stressful. It becomes more enjoyable when you prioritize your well-being.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm glad.
So for a BUB student, no matter what stage they're in and they're planning their future career, what's one thing that they could start doing today to prepare themselves?
I would say don't pressure yourself too much, preparing yourself and trying to figure out everything. No matter how much you think about, oh, when I graduate, I'm going to be here and there, whatever Allah has written for you is going to happen. So don't overthink it. Don't pressure yourself. Study, do well, pass, and then you think about it. Just be open to learn. You have to be curious, as you said earlier. Don't just be in a bubble that, oh, I'm going to graduate, I'm going to apply here and there, oh, I got accepted, khalas. And if I don't get accepted in my dream job, it's the end. No, it's not. You have to be willing to take a step forward. Taking a step is not about a perfect step. It's about just a step forward. We all start somewhere. If you see someone started their dream job and you did not, that does not mean you're behind. You have your time. A lot of people started their career in their 40s and 50s. Look at them now. Look at what they own. Did they say it's too late? Oh, I was behind, khalas, my time's up? No. So don't do this. Don't overthink. Don't pressure yourself. Live each day and go with the flow.
That's very inspiring that everyone has their own timing and everyone experiences a different journey and has a different path.
Yes, Saja, thank you for sharing your experiences so far. I mean, the maturity that you've displayed and the person that you've become from when you were in university until the person you are today. I really hope that our students also, when they listen into this podcast, it inspires them to also be courageous and confident and just put themselves out there and be open to all the possibilities. Yeah. I mean, for us at BUB, we can give you the building blocks, but you need to climb up.
University is just a foundation. You have to build it. You have to learn how to build it. It's gonna take time. Nothing comes just easily. You have to take your time, learn, be open, ask. I always say ask. Because when I started working, I asked. Mm-hmm. At the beginning, I was shy. No, I'm not going to ask. I'm going to sound stupid. But no, actually, I sounded smart. Actually, they were amazed that I'm asking those questions. And I benefited from what I heard. I asked about their experiences. Actually, even my major, I asked my cousin that, what should I major in? Simple question, what should I major in? But I asked him. He advised me, and then I chose. So don't just stay in a bubble or ask Google or whatsoever. No, ask actual people who had experiences or still are going through the experience. So, yeah.
Well, you came to BUB, you've graduated, you've built a career, and yet you're still part of the BUB community. So if you were to sum up your BUB journey in one sentence, what would you say?
Oh,
I asked all the tough questions
I
today.
don't know.
Deep ones.
Yeah, I have to be very careful because I cannot just put it in one sentence. I would say that BUB started as the university I chose, but it became a second home that helped me shape the person I became.
I mean, you did choose BUB, and you wanted to study in the UK, but the UK came to you in a way.
Actually, oh my God, my mom always says that because as a parent, both of them, my mom and dad, they were like, "You're going to the UK? We cannot live without you for 4 years." But when BUB came up, and my mom, she was like, "You've always wanted to go to the UK? Well, BUB came to you."
It did.
She was totally right. وحين انت قلتي صادنينا.
Yeah,
It is
wise
actually
words
true.
from
Yeah.
your mother. Yeah, I mean, if your BUB card works here in BUB, it means that it would work in Salford as well, right?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
so true.
Did you test it?
Yeah, so when we went to Salford for the graduation, I saw that BUB truly bridges the gap, not through just having Blackboard being identical and the education brought to us, but when I went to Salford, I actually felt like I was a Salford student. Going through the campus, we actually tested our ID cards there and they worked. We're truly Salford students at heart, and it was also a nice experience seeing our colleagues there in Salford, and we felt like we went through the exact same journey with them because of the strong partnership.
So I
You
guess-
know, actually, I'm very happy for you, but I'm sad for
Jealous.
myself. Yeah, because unfortunately, because of Corona, I did not get to experience studying in Salford, in Manchester, and also I did not visit the campus. But inshallah, one day I would.
I mean,
because
your
my
ID
card is
works.
still working.
Yeah, so you can always go. Yeah, and hopefully you could visit the campus. It's really, I mean, I haven't been, but Mariam, maybe if you just tell us a little bit more
Yeah.
about your experience there. How was the visit?
The campus was, first of all, breathtaking as expected.
Oh, wow.
And from the visit, I felt like, okay, yes, I'm going to see Salford, but it also feels like the past 3 years I've been studying somewhere and this is identical to it. And of course, graduating there, getting my degree directly from the University of Salford felt very rewarding. And also graduating amongst people who studied in the UK. I studied in Bahrain, but we're receiving the same degree. We are both we're wearing the same graduation gown and the same hat. It was
Yeah.
very rewarding. And I would recommend for any BUB students right now to definitely do it.
Yeah, I mean, we speak to the lecturers at Salford all the time. We teach the exact same thing, so we're in touch almost, if not every bi-weekly, it's once a month, just to make sure that, even our students are experiencing the same thing as their students, so they know what's happening in Bahrain almost on a weekly basis, and likewise, we know what's happening in Salford. When they knew that our students are going to graduate from Salford, they were so excited to meet them as well because we've related, all throughout, and they know the journey and they know what the experiences have been, the ups and downs, and the little details of the things that are happening on our campus. So it is really nice, I think, for you to also be there and just meet the students that
Yeah.
you were studying the exact same thing, but from 2 different continents, and then you meet at the end in a celebration. So that's really nice.
Yeah.
What I love even most is how BUB supports the students in their graduation. I see that every year some of the staff, they would travel and attend the graduation, and that
Yeah.
itself, it shows how BUB supports us, even if it's in the UK. And
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we'd love to support our students, even when it's at the end of the journey. And the thing is, in graduation, a lot of students, it is all about the students, but we feel like we're graduating as well.
Yeah,
But
you were
year
a part of
after
that.
year, it's very emotional for us, the lecturers, because we've been with these students throughout that journey, but then it's time for them to step into the real world. And then we received the new batch, one of the new cohort, as they are going through a new journey. So it's really
actually,
nice.
it was even harder for us because we were the first batch in BUB. So each and everyone on the campus knew the other person. So when we graduated, we felt like we are leaving everything and everyone. It's not just about 2 or 3 friends and 1 or 2 lecturers. It was literally about everyone. When I say everyone, I mean everyone. Because we were not, mashallah, as much as the students'
The batches
number.
have grown a lot now.
Mashallah, yeah. So every student knew the other one. We would spend time together. So when we wanted to say goodbye, you don't want to know how the graduation went.
I was there for the first graduation. I mean, it was beautiful. The setup was amazing. Everyone looked so happy, but I also felt the emotion. But I just joined BUB then, so I didn't have any I mean, I've had some students that were graduating because I taught level 6. But yeah, I think for everyone who was there since the start of the BUB inception, it was very emotional for them. And I was so proud and happy to be part of BUB then, because I knew that, you know, by the time my students who are just starting are going to graduate, I'm going to feel that emotional as well. So I'm really happy. And last year was our first cohort to graduate from interior design. And it was very, very emotional. Yeah, I've been in touch with them, seeing where they've been since then. And mashallah, each one of them is going through a different career path. And it's just great to see how they grow into the professionals that they are now.
And the beauty of it is that graduation does not have to be a goodbye. It can also mean you're remaining in touch with the students, seeing what they're up to, and you feel like you're a part of their journey because you contributed significantly.
I mean, they're no longer just students because they are also professionals in the industry. We can talk about their experiences from a professional point of view. And we learn from them now. And and it would be amazing to have our students come back to class and just speak about their experience as guest speakers. Because now they're, a few years in, you become the industry expert. You know more about what's happening in the industry, and you come in and just share that experience with the students, especially if it was from a BUB student to a BUB alumna, and that kind of interaction. I think it's beautiful because you can learn a lot from one another because you know the experiences.
Definitely, yeah. We've also had guests come in, and they were also BUB students, and it was not only was it helpful, but it was also, it kind of gives you a sense of calmness and being less scared to go into the professional world because you see that someone has done it and you can pick up a few tips from them.
That's amazing. So, I mean, you went to see the graduation in Salford, which was amazing, obviously, and you just returned, last month?
Yeah, back in July.
And you got to see everyone there graduating. You got a certificate from Salford as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Saja, I know that you graduated from Bahrain, but you would have received a certificate that traveled all the way from Salford to Bahrain.
Yes.
So you would have received the exact same certificate as you would have if you were in Salford, but...
exactly. At the end, our certificate is from Salford, and we are Salford students, not just BUB students. So I did not get to go to my graduation in Salford. It's just about having 2 celebrations, but the certificate is one.
Yeah, and you truly experience it because our motto is that BUB and Salford, we are one, and you feel it through your university experience rather than just the celebration, the graduation ceremony.
Yeah, that's true. But also now you're part of the alumni community of both BUB and Salford. So whenever there are any events with regards to alumni activities, then that's
I actually
amazing.
receive emails from Salford.
Yeah.
About the alumni community. And I feel like, oh, they still know me. They are sending me emails.
So you're part of a wider network now.
Yes,
You're
exactly.
an international network. You're not only
Yes.
localized
I feel
in
very
Bahrain.
special when I receive an email. I'm like,
You will always, all BUB students are always special to us at BUB and also to the University of Salford. So it's really great to talk to you, Saja, about your experience, but also you said that you chose accounting and finance based on your cousin's recommendation. I just want to know how was how did it turn out? Did he recommend right?
Actually, you know what he told me? He told me, don't choose a major that would keep you in a corner. Choose a major that has a wider angle. Accounting and finance, it does not continue in a corner. You can apply anywhere, everywhere. They will take you.
Yeah.
But if you, I'm not going to point out any other majors, but if you choose another major, it might, because if you, for example, applied for a specific company, they might not have this in their company, this major that you studied. So this was his advice, because I have this part of me that loves something, doing something every day, but what am I good at? Where do I see myself? What major would make me see this Saja that I have in mind? So it was accounting and finance. I took his advice into consideration, and I thank him for that. So yeah, this is how I ended up choosing accounting and finance.
Nice.
Speaking of majors at BUB, one thing that I really like is that we constantly have new modules being introduced based
Exactly.
on what the job market currently requires. And as a BUB student, it feels also relieving to study something and know that there is a future for it. There are places that require this degree, and constantly having that update of, even like, for instance, what we're studying, it's always being updated. The majors, there are always new majors that are introduced, and based on the technological changes that are happening.
Yeah, I mean, in the back end, where we prepare for every year, we see what the industry needs, what's the latest technology, what are the updates. We need students that are ready for industry by the time they graduate. It's very important for them to be able to go into industry and perform and be integrated. But for them to be book smart, that's not really what we want.
It's not sufficient.
Yeah, all our students, well, I speak very humbly, but with a lot of pride, that a lot of our students are very well-rounded. We don't only teach them what textbooks teach. There's a lot of industry engagement, as you've experienced, both of you. And also the fact that by the time they graduate, they are ready. And I've spoken to internship providers and people who have hired BUB graduates just to check in, just to know how are our students doing, how are our graduates doing, whether it was at an internship or after graduation. And the responses are almost like a pat on the back for us, because it's almost like a job well done, that we've done really well, and we've prepared students to not only be part of the industry but be there and shine, which is amazing. And also for every student that is wondering what to do or what to study when they join BUB, there's always a flyer that comes with every program.
Yeah, and it lists exactly what you'll study, so it helps you figure out what you align most with.
And then what you study is the core, but then there's also the transferable skills. So the transferable skills are, if you want to diversify from the traditional route, if you want to maybe learn something, but also apply it in a different career path than the typical one. So there's always this flexibility of being able to choose your career by the time you graduate. You're not limited to a single path. So well done to, I have to say, Salford and BUB as we put the programs together. I think that they're really tailored for what is relevant and what's important and what's going to create professionals that really shine in the positions they'll be in. So I'm proud of what you've done so far, and Mariam, I just can't wait to see what you're going to do in the next few years.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is more of an emotional question. If you could sit back with Saja on her first day at BUB, what would you tell her?
Relax a little. Go with the flow. Don't stress out yourself because you are expected to know everything. Live each day, enjoy every day. Don't be in a rush thinking about the future. The future hides whatever it is hiding. Why are you thinking a lot about it? Just take a breath, relax, enjoy your day, go to the lecture, hang out with your friends, and then everything is gonna get figured out automatically, day by day, till you reach the day of graduation and even after graduation. For example, me applying to NBB happened all of a sudden. I've never thought that I would apply to NBB and get accepted. I don't know, it was just not in my mind. So why was I thinking a lot during my uni years, days? Why was I thinking? Really, I ask myself that question. Why was I thinking? See what happened. I just passed my exams. I applied, I got accepted. I started my journey in NBB.
It was meant for you, and it found
Exactly.
you.
There are days that you question yourself, and there are days that you will be proud of yourself. So everyone have their ups and downs, and we face our own challenges in our life and the professional life. Take it just day by day and just relax, enjoy yourself, enjoy your time, and I would specifically tell her to enjoy her journey, because those 4 years,
They passed by so fast.
they will fly. You will not even feel, especially with Corona. I will keep
Where did the
repeating
time
Corona.
go? Yeah.
So, yeah, everything will be figured. Just take your time.
And enjoy the process, truly.
Enjoy the process.
Live through the
Attend
ups
the
and downs.
events. Be an
Yeah.
organizer. Interact with people. Because you don't know, tomorrow or after tomorrow, you're going to need that person. It's networking. Even in this aspect, you should see it. It's not just about interacting with people because you want to be social.
No, it's networking also.
Exactly.
I really like that. I feel like BUB always gives us opportunities to build connections, not just professional connections, but you get to interact with different people. You get to also improve your social skills and your people skills, how to introduce yourself to a complete stranger, and then just like that, you're friends.
Now, I would say that you don't just leave BUB with a degree. You leave with so much more alongside the degree. It's not just about getting everything done, passing exams, going to lectures. It's about enjoying the process of passing the exam and learning. So I would say this, you don't just leave with a degree. You leave with all the experiences, all the fun alongside with the degree. So now I have a question for you. What changed in BUB since I left?
I'll tell you what's constant.
Okay.
The student lounge is every student's favorite place.
My
I don't
favorite
know.
place.
100%.
Oh my God. Like something about it just keeps...
It's very
students
cozy.
love
It brings everyone together. It did experience some, obviously, renovations and some changes, and the faces that are in there have changed. But the feeling that unites everyone together, you see everyone, they're sharing either food or they're sitting and enjoying some of the games that we have there. That will never change. It's always somewhere that friends sit together during classes or between classes and just like talk about your day, socialize a little bit.
Let me tell you, I gained my tennis table skills from the lounge, and I learned how to play courts.
Oh.
If my friends are seeing this, they know themselves. They are the ones who taught me how to play courts. So it was fun to be in the lounge.
That will never change. Definitely, it's like something that will always bring students together.
But I have to tell you that physically it changed because it has been recently renovated. So now that we all know that your card works, we expect to see you at the BUB lounge
Inshallah.
playing court or some table tennis. So yeah, I'll see you there and we can have a game.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
All right, thank you very much, Saja. And
you.
thank you, Mariam.
Thank you,
It
girls,
was
And-
for
wonderful
having
to
me.
hear some advice that I'm sure new students will definitely have to apply. And I myself, I've gained a lot of advice, hearing from your experience.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really glad to be here. And I really hope, like Mariam said, I hope the others, your colleagues, the next generation, the ones who are going to graduate next year or even 10 years later, I hope they really benefit of my experience and what I shared with you guys today.
Definitely. I think graduation may just mark the end of your degree, but your experience with BUB continues throughout your life. And Saja's story is just a reminder to all of us of what BUB is all about. It's not just about earning a degree, but building a community that you stay part of even post-graduation. It's all about building connections, it's about opportunities and shaping careers, but also lasting relationships. It was a pleasure being here with you today, Saja. And Mariam, I know that you've had a lot to share with us, and we are really, really happy that you took the time out of your day to sit with us and share your experience, and thank you very much.
I would love to do that anytime, every day. I don't mind it. Thank you so much again for having me. It was a pleasure, and hope to see you guys soon.
Hopefully, yes.
Likewise. A special thank you to Advantage for producing and directing our podcast and for helping bring the project to life from planning through production. والشكر خاص لاستوديو كوننت على استضافة وتوفير الاستوديو والتعاون في تنفيذ البودكاست. We're also proud to highlight one of our own BUB students, Ali Munaf, who serves as Director of Business Development and Client Relations at Advantage, and played a key role in overseeing the project, coordinating with the university, and ensuring everything ran smoothly. Thank you to everyone involved in making this collaboration possible.